exciting mix of guests, including music, theater, and sports. And of course, we have extras on our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube pages, including reviews of 3 tablets. The Dell Streak, which is a small tablet that is also a phone on the AT&T network, the Samsung Galaxy Tab from Verizon, and the PanDigital Novel. I think I'm the only person that doesn't have one of those. First up, from the musical Shrek, we have Eric Petersen, who is better known as Shrek. Thank you for being here. We're going to show a little bit of video so people can see you in action, and then you and I will have a chance to talk.
Cool. I don't care, 'cause being alive is grossly overrated. Who needs a big, bright, beautiful world? I've got my own little patch of the world. It's not a big, bright, beautiful world, but it's mine.
Those moves.
Yeah, you got some moves.
Yeah.
You go to school for those moves?
You could say that, yeah.
So you're Shrek. How did you become Shrek?
Well, I was part of the Broadway production of Shrek, and I played Papa Ogre in one of the 3 Little Pigs, and I was an understudy for Shrek on Broadway, and played it a few times on Broadway, and then when the national tour came along, I auditioned like everybody else, and got the gig.
Okay, so you're auditioning. How many people show up to be the next Shrek?
There was a lot. I know that because I had been involved with the Broadway production, I think I jumped a few steps ahead of the mass audition. But I know that they looked at a lot of people.
So when you are auditioning, do you check out everybody else?
I think you can't help, but you kind of notice, like,
you're like,
that guy's pretty good, or I'm better than that guy, you know.
Okay, so
sizing up the competition.
Sizing up the competition. What makes a good Shrek?
I think that, to be honest about it, I think to be vulnerable and to kind of, it's easy to see the grumpy, kind of gruff side of him, but I think the real trick is finding the heart of who he is as a person. Yeah.
Okay, so you are not in person. You're not as large as Shrek on stage. Right. What are you wearing, and how much does that weigh?
Yeah, so I get to the theater 2 hours before the show. Most time actors get there a half hour before the show. I get there at 2 hours to curtain, and we do about an hour and a half of makeup, which is essentially 3 prosthetic pieces. There's one nose and cheeks piece, a forehead piece, and a chin piece, and then that all attaches to this cowl that has the famous Shrek ears. So that takes an hour and a half. That probably weighs about 5 pounds or so. And then I put on the fat suit, which is another 40 pounds or so, and then I put on the tunic and the burlap pants, and then the boots that have like 3 inches of lift, and the big ogre hands. It's quite a process, but it looks pretty cool, I think.
Are you warm? Do you ever get too warm when you're under the lights? And
yes, it's very
no cooling in that thing.
We actually wear we wear like Under Armour shirts underneath, and I have little pouches that we put ice packs in on my chest and my back. But I've lost about 35 pounds since we've started playing Shrek and I'm eating horribly. Just horribly.
How much longer are you playing Shrek? Because you don't have 30.
I know, right? For a little while longer, yeah.
So. Oh, wow. So let's talk about the show. You guys are in town. And what is the difference between the show and the movie?
So the Shrek the Musical follows essentially the plot of the first movie, where we're introduced to who Shrek is. He meets Donkey. He's sent by Lord Farquaad to rescue Princess Fiona. He meets Princess Fiona. He eventually falls in love with Princess Fiona. He eventually befriends Donkey and kind of becomes a hero in the process. But what's great about the musical is that it takes this story and these characters that everybody knows and loves from the Shrek franchise and really kind of expands on them, and you get to see more about who Shrek was like as a little boy, and what were his parents like, and why is he the grumpy ogre that he is today.
Okay, like a backstory.
Yeah, a lot more backstory.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you're going to be here in San Francisco, and then what happens when you leave the Bay Area? Where do you go then?
I think San Francisco is our 8th or 9th city on this national tour. We go to Tempe, Arizona next, and then Kansas City after that. We're hitting, I think, 25 cities in the first year alone, so.
Wow. And
we're bringing Shrek to the masses.
Bringing Shrek to the masses, and you just had a new baby.
I did.
So congratulations, 4
Thank you.
months old. Would you
Yeah.
like to say something to your beautiful wife that
Sure.
carried that child for you?
I would. Which camera should I look at? I'll look right here.
Yes.
Hi, Lisa. I love you. Hi, Sophie. Daddy's on TV.
Thank you for being here today,
Thank
Eric.
you, Tracy.
Shrek the Musical is showing at the Orpheum Theater in San Francisco now through January 2nd. For tickets and more information, you can go to www.shnsf.com/shows/Shrek. We'll be back after this break.